I'm not getting any sound.
From France, Martin Bellot, U19. From France, Hubert, Nguyen.
There's no sound coming from the mic. Is it turned off? Is the mic turned off? No. There's no sound on the camera. Can you run up and just check it?
You're live.
Yeah, you're
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome for the finals of the Irish Under-19 Open here at the National Indoor Arena in Blanchardstown. We look forward to bringing you some really exciting finals after a great week of competition here in the Indoor Arena. First up, we're starting off with the men's doubles final, which is an all-French matchup where we have Bellot and Perez of France versus Hubert and Nguyen. So it will be a great match to kick off the play here today. And we look forward to bringing you some great coverage, which includes a final from Flynn, who will represent Ireland in the women's singles. So an Irish representative coming up later in the matches. So here we go, and we're just about to get underway with play. And sit back and enjoy your matches. So Bellot and Perez made their way through the top side of the draw, and it was an exciting semi-final where they played Dylan Chong and Benjamin Horseman of England. They came through that match winning 30-29, 21-15, 21-19. Meanwhile, at the bottom side of the draw, we had Lenny Hubert and Nathan Nguyen, who again had a very, very close semi-final against Coghill and Musquet of Spain, and they came through that match winning 24-22, 21-18. So two really interesting and hard-fought semi-finals, and here we go in the final where both French pairs will be playing against each other, and we have one coach at the back of the court on the far end, and one French coach coming on to this side as well. So an exciting match for the French. Yes, great movement forward by Nguyen there, controlling the mid-court. Something that he's done well throughout this event. Very explosive player. Also has done fantastically well in the men's singles. Very strong forearm and can control the front court very well. Playing with the left-handed Hubert.
Service over.
Just a change of pace there from the back.
1-2.
And Hubert just falling short of the net with his block. Great change of pace there from Perez.
Service over. 3-1. Ready? 4-1.
4-1 lead here. Hubert and Nguyen just starting to pull away, taking a small lead.
Service over. 2-4.
This, of course, the first of two finals today for Nathan Nguyen. We'll see him later on in the men's singles, where he'll face Lee from Chinese Taipei. Again, Nathan came through the singles quite comfortably in his semi-final match
Service over.
against Oliver Waldorf. So he will be back on court again later today. So a lot of games this weekend for Nathan Nguyen, but has done extremely well in both men's singles and men's doubles.
6-3. Service over. 4-6. Low. 5-6.
Likewise, Bellot has had a very good turnout in the men's singles. He made it all the way to the semi-final as well before losing out to Lee of Chinese Taipei. So both the French pairings very good in not only the doubles event but the singles event. So nice to see two players that have made the last four in the singles facing off here. And you see that control in the midcourt and win early each time, looking for the shuttle nice and fast. Yeah, good power. String break. Hubert and Nguyen have combined very well, setting up a number of set-piece plays. Nathan pressing hard, fast up on the midcourt, and then setting up Hubert with the left hand where he's looking to cut out. And a lot of the pairs this week have struggled to get the shuttle through either of the pairs when they're working these set pieces. So it'll be interesting now that they're up against another French pairing, how familiar they are with the way they set up and the way they press up the court.
Service over.
10-6 lead now for Nguyen.
Service over. 7-10.
Simple mistake off serve and has let the opposition back in again at 7-10.
Service call. Too high. Service over. 11-7.
Key point there for Bellot and Perez to give away. Judged to be a little bit too high, and here we are going into the mid-game interval, and you can see both pairings with their coaches here on the right, Hubert and Nguyen with that 11-7 lead, and on the far side we have the missed serve from Bellot and Perez, which cost them the interval.
Court 26.
Strong French contingent here this week at the
11-7.
Irish Open. Later on, we will see in the women's singles up against Shifra Flynn, Mila Hoareau.
12.
We've also got a very strong lineup in the men's singles with Nathan up against Lee. And there's been some other great semi-final matches from the French this week. So strong team here, and they'll be represented in 3 of the 5 finals.
13-7, change.
(13-7) lead here now, and Nguyen and Hubert are looking well in control of the match.
Service over. 8-13.
Fantastic rally there.
9-13.
Perez and Bellot just starting to work away that gap. Down to 4 points now at 9-13.
Service over. 14-9. 14-9. 15-9.
15-9 lead, just a couple of quick points for Nguyen and Hubert again. Oh, a little bit of trickery there. Hubert just hold, and oh, what a beautiful shot.
Service over. 10-16.
Nice movement forward onto the net there from Perez, really stepping up, looking to put pressure on Hubert and Nguyen. At the minute, Hubert and Nguyen have controlled that front court and mid court and have made it very difficult for Bellot and Perez to take over the attack. It's going to be very important going forward that Perez and Bellot can get forward, take the net off them if they're going to challenge, and it looks like they're making an effort to do that, but they just got to be a little bit careful not to press at the wrong time.
Change.
Michael Farley on the service judge seat. As you can see, the perspex measurements, which are used for measuring the height of the service during competition. Shuttle must be struck directly below that black line that you can see Michael looking forward through in her side camera view.
But there's only 2 on.
19-11.
Here we go, 19-11.
Game point 11.
20, game point 11 now. 9 game points here.
When I switch to preview mode.
Game.
And there it is, opening game goes to Hubert and
Game won by
comfortable
Hubert.
first game victory for them.
21-11.
A 21-11 win A lot of work to be done here from Bellot and Perez. At the minute, Hubert and Nguyen controlling the front court, controlling the mid court, and looking really good on attack. Towards the end of the first game there, Bellot and Perez started to press forward, trying to take back the attack. Started to make it a little more difficult for Nguyen and Hubert, but they're going to need to do a lot more of that in the second game if they're going to make it a very competitive match. Great amount of international athletes at this event this year, and in the finals alone we have France, England, Chinese Taipei, Ireland, Scotland, all represented in the finals. And of course in the semi-finals earlier we saw a fantastic match in the women's doubles, where in the semi-finals of the women's singles, where we saw French Hoareau versus the Indian number 2 seed, Bellot from India. It was a fantastic semi-final match, 23-21, 21-16. So a great amount of international athletes competing at this event. Here we see Bellot and Perez coming out nice and fast in the start of the second game. A lot more aggressive to start this one than the opening game.
Pause. Service over. 1, 2.
Brilliant return save there, and really good looking at the side angle. Beautiful return. A lot of the technological advancements being made here by our streaming service set up by Philip McCallister, who's done a huge amount of work. So we've now got a beautiful little side camera where we can take a look at some of the play around the net and return of serves and serve situation. Great attack there by Hubert, and again the win solid at the front of the court. Perez and Bellot starting to try and find their defense, but just not able to get through at the minute. So here we are, 3-all, second game. Just much too short from Perez there, giving Hubert the chance to attack. Nguyen and Hubert starting to take control of the match again with a 5-3 lead now. Again, just a very easy mistake from the rear court. High lift by Hubert onto the back line, and Perez just not finding his range on the attack at the minute.
Service over. 4-6. Change.
4-6. Again, we got a good view of the perspex measurements used for the judging of the service. No longer just below waist height. Here we've got a good view of the serve, and a good view of Hubert, unfortunately not making that net shot. So 5-6. Below level net, and this is what Nguyen has done so well throughout the tournament. Gets a shot below level net, makes himself nice and big at the front, and is able to cut out and create winners.
Service over. 6-7.
So again, still quite a broken match. Not so many long rallies. Very much being won in the first 3 shots. Yeah, it's a good decision there. Originally, the line judge thinking it was out, but it just caught the line. So I think a really good decision there by the line judge.
Nguyen.
So 8-6, Hubert to serve. A little bit of indecision there from Hubert and Nguyen. Both players ready to hit from the middle. And you do get that with the left-handed and right-handed players, that gap down the middle. But a cheap point and a well-needed point for Bellot and Perez to bring them back into the game at 7-8. Oh, good option to flick there, but just unlucky, just long off the back line.
I know what you're saying.
Excellent set piece again. This is what we had talked about earlier. Nguyen serves, peels off to the right, teasing them to push into the midcourt where Hubert steps up and makes that easy kill from the midcourt. Beautiful net play by Hubert again there. Extremely good hands at the front of the court.
11-7.
Commanding lead at 11-7 now.
Vraiment, reste vraiment sur l'attaque, bien monter la raquette, bien prêt, bien construire. Vraiment sur le premier volet, on ne peut pas. Entre les deux langues, et après on va en accélérer. Prenez bien votre temps sur ça.
Great view of Uri Costello, who's officiating the match there as umpire. And we have a view of Michael Farley there, who's taking his seat at the service judge. Great work from the umpires and service judges throughout the week, volunteering their time here to officiate the matches, and it's been done very well throughout the week, along with the line judges on each of the courts, who've really added to the event. So well done to the umpires, service judges and line judges for all their hard work. And each year the event is growing bigger, and these guys are giving up more and more of their time to be here. So here we go. 12-8, Hubert to serve to Perez. Great cross smash from Perez, just to do something different, try and create an angle, taking Nguyen and Hubert out of their comfort zone, and put a little bit of pressure on Nguyen as he was trying to play the net. Good ideas from the guys to try and switch this game up. Easy mistake there from Hubert, just lost his footing and seemed to still go for the full power smash, and just out of balance, making an on first error. 10-12.
11-12.
11-12 now. Perez and Hubert starting to get their way back into the game.
All.
Another easy mistake, and Perez and Bellot are now first time of the match in the lead at 13-12. And the game's starting to get a little bit more interesting. Good angle again from Hubert at the back.
13-all.
So here we are, 13-all in the second game.
Fourteen, 13.
14-13.
15-13.
15-13, Hubert and Nguyen back in the lead. Regaining control of the front court, and Hubert creating some great angles from the rear court. Yeah, nice. And again, has done really well on attack, Hubert, when he's given opportunity and given time. Again, Bellot and Perez maybe just a little bit too defensive. Looking good when on attack, but when defending have struggled to counter and regain control of the match. Again, good press forward there from Hubert. Early, all the time, looking forward, looking to come and take the net. And that really has been the difference in this match. We've seen Hubert and Nguyen always pressing forward, looking to counter-attack. Always seem to be first on the front court, managing to get the left and an attack. Some great set pieces, working with the right and the left hand, creating very little space for Perez and Bellot to play into.
Service over.
Again, a great serve, and look for the third, but just missing out this time. So here we are, 15-18. Another quite easy mistake.
19.
And now Nguyen and Hubert are just 2 points off taking the Irish Open Under-19 Badminton Europe Circuit event title.
20. Match point.
5
15.
match points.
Game.
There it is. Men's doubles title has been decided. Martin Bellot and Nguyen Perez have lost out to Lenny Hubert and Nathan Nguyen, who took the match 21-11, 21-15.
Match won by Lenny Hubert.
So great opening game there, a fast affair. A lot of the match win in the first 3 shots, and Hubert and Nguyen did a fantastic job of owning that front court and mid court, and are really looking good throughout the entire event. Nguyen, of course, another match to follow in the men's singles, so we look forward to seeing him back on court. Meanwhile, next match up on court will be the mixed doubles final between Benjamin Horseman, Lucy Brierley, England, against Lewis Coghill and Brooke Stalker of Scotland. We'll now switch views across to the presentation view. So here we are, and we have Greg Varrell, who is our events officer and manager, and he is set up now for the events, so we look forward to seeing that.
And welcome the winners for men's doubles, Martin Bellot, Nguyen Perez of France.
Court officials
From
now in
England,
place.
Benjamin Horseman and Lucy Brierley.
And here we are, starting off with the
From Scotland,
pair from England,
Coghill
Benjamin Horseman and Lucy Brierley, followed by their opponents from Scotland, Coghill and Stalker. This is set to be a really exciting final. Some great matches throughout the mixed doubles. And earlier today, of course, we saw Benjamin and Lucy Brierley win their semi-final match against the number 1 seeds, Hoareau and Martin from Spain, where they win 21-10, 21-17. Great win for them over the number 1 seeds. And in the bottom half of the draw, we saw Coghill and Stalker coming through against Aldra from Bellot, a Finnish and Indian partnership, winning 21-14, 21-15. So 2 really fantastic semis earlier, but both of these pairs looking the dominant pairing in both of those semi-finals. So it's exciting to see how they fare out here. There has been some tough matches though for Horseman and Brierley coming through. They earlier met O'Rourke and Woods in the quarter-final match, winning losing 26-28, winning 21-8, 21-12. So a good 3-game match to test them on the way through there. And likewise, the Scottish had a good test in their quarter-final match up against the number 4 seed from Germany, Justin Dang and Isabel Kleban. And that was a very good match. It was 21-13, 21-23, and 21-11. So here we are, a classic home nations, England and Scottish mixed doubles final.
Ready to play.
Here you see both routes to the final, all the way through for Benjamin Horseman and Lucy Brierley, and Lewis Coghill and Stalker.
Ladies and gentlemen, on my right, Benjamin Horseman and Lucy Brierley, England. And on my left, Lewis Coghill and Stalker, Scotland. Stalker to serve to Lucy Brierley. Love all, play.
Love all play, here we go.
1.
Simple mistake there to start off with, and one love lead for Scotland.
Service over.
England straight back.
All.
1-all. Here with me for the mixed double final, I'd like to introduce Badminton Ireland national coach, Iskander. Iskander,
yeah.
Good to see you here on a Sunday.
Thank you.
No days off for you.
Thank you.
Working hard.
Yes.
Oh, just a simple mistake from the net there. Racket was ready, it just overswung. Coghill the serve.
Out. Service over.
Again, just a simple
2.
mistake of serve. Just falling short of the
Service
line.
over.
smash from Horseman at the back again, looking for that layoff. Solid from Stalker coming forward there. Yeah, fantastic switch by Stalker and moving fast onto the net. 5-2 lead for Scotland here at the start of the final of the mixed doubles. Just another easy mistake at the front court from Brierley. Yeah, much better this time. You can see that little push down the kill from the front. Nice attack, just heading onto the right shoulder, Stalker, and again you can see she was set up for the lower one, but nice clever attack onto the right shoulder.
Service over.
Scotland looking to go full out attack in this game, and it's worked really well for them so far.
Service over.
Nice return of serve again. Brierley finding the gaps. Oh, again, Brierley looking really good, trying to find that third shot. And again, right in the middle of the back trams. Great return of serve.
Service over.
Yeah, nice lead.
6.
8-6 lead for Scotland.
9.
Just a simple mistake, and we've seen a few of those where Brierley has tried to do the right thing, but unfortunately has just made an error on the front court. Nice change of pace from the back. Again, Lewis Coghill working very hard from the back of the court, and Stalker doing a great job at the front. So a 10-6 lead here. Again,
11.
another mistake from the front court. Iskander, what have you seen so far in this match? What separated these pairs with the Scottish leading now at 11-6?
I see the Scotland good in the shot, service and receiving. So probably they win 11 points this because of their service and receiving.
Yeah, I see it similar. Definitely in the first 3 shots, it's been Scotland looking the better. Potentially, maybe just a bit of pre-match nerves. It's a final, and Lucy maybe just a little bit tight at the front of the court.
Yeah, of course. When you in final, you try everything you can, but sometimes when you overreact, you can make a simple mistake.
So here we go, 11-6. Let's see if there's a change in play in the second half of the first game. Great power again. Lewis Coggle's working extremely hard from the rear court. And again, just finding that error of Lucy Brierley. So 6-point lead now for Scotland. Haha, this time great energy from Horseman at the back. Really working hard. 1, 2, 3, and on the ground. Something that Iskander, you were notorious for back in the day, that energy and explosiveness and smashing.
Yeah.
Stake out the side from Stalker this time. So it's 8-12. England starting to close the gap a little bit here. Again, just Brierley making that mistake.
8.
Trying to do the right things this Skander,
Yeah.
but maybe just not coming off.
Maybe still they still find the rhythm.
14.
For me, it looks like Lewis has been the one that's controlled the game. Very strong in the mid-court, has pressed very hard. He's attacked the woman as much as possible, and he's managed to hit through a lot throughout this game. Scotland again combining so well. Stalker at the net, hunting everything at the minute. 15-8.
Good
Excellent.
Service over. 9-15.
Another big smash there from Lewis Coghill. Despite being a final match, seems to still be full of energy, and that's where he's been so good throughout the week here in Ireland. He's just been super strong and given good energy in each of his matches.
Service over. 10-16.
10-16. Let's see if England can find a rhythm and try and close the gap here. Just changed the direction of serve, moved it across onto the forehand, and Brooke was set up on her backhand grip, not able to adjust in time. Ah yes, much more aggressive. Lucy played a brilliant rally this time, controlled the front, controlled the mid-court, was able to go long on defense, so maybe starting to find her way in this final. Starting to close down the gap now. 13-16, only 3 points margin. Again, Lewis Coghill showing such great energy, springing up off the return of serve, getting the shuttle below level of tape. Again, just when England pull back, 2-3 on forced errors as Skander, and the game's now 18-13.
Yeah.
Best rally of the match so far. Oh, again, a great rally, that one. What a winner. Crossed the right hip of Brierley. And Lewis Coghill has been devastating at the rear court in this match. So here we are, 7 game points in the opening game. Lewis Coghill to serve.
Service over.
Great energy by Horseman.
14-20.
Scotland more defensive in that rally, and the English are very good on attack, so they need to get back to the attacking format to try and take this opening game. Just like that, Brooke Stalker really hunting the net. Nice find from Horseman. Just took the pace out, changed the angle. So here we are, 15-20. Still 5 game points. And again, just that same mistake.
Stalker 21-15.
Seen a lot of Brooke Stalker taking the net there and seem to be owning the front court. What have you seen so far, Iskander?
Yeah, I think the English, especially the boys, Horseman, he need to be more aggressive on everything because he need to cover Bellot because we can see Bellot a bit nervous in this final. So hopefully Horseman can do something in the second game, or maybe Brierley can overcome the nervous in the second game.
Yeah, we seen when she did make those little pushes and control the front court and set up Horseman, then he was able to attack.
Yeah.
And in your own coaching, quite a successful day today with Sophia Noble reaching the final in Latvia.
Yeah, it's good to see our Irish now have many final in the tournaments. So hopefully we can get one title with the mixed double in Latvia also.
Yeah, and of course we have Schiefer Flynn later today in the women's singles final.
Yeah.
So that's an exciting one. Number 4 seed against the number 3 seed from France. How do you see that one going later today, Iskander?
I think that's the good match of the day. I think it's today. Schiefer versus the French one. And I also see the French girl beat the Indian girl in the semi-final, straight set. So hopefully Schiefer can make upset also because she is the 4th seed to get a gold medal in the final today.
And here we go. We're starting where we left off with the English defending and the Scottish attacking. Let's see if the English can try and get that attack back. Otherwise, I think it's going to be very difficult for them to change the rhythm or the way this match has gone so far.
I agree about that. Yeah.
Service over, 1-all.
Easy mistake. A really good opening shot there from Stalker, pushing across Brierley, setting up that mid-court for Lewis, but he's just overhit this time.
Service over, 2-all.
Another very easy mistake off return of serve, and Scotland again taking the lead at 3-2 here.
Yes, that's it.
That's what you wanted to see more of at the interval. Brierley to serve here. Ah, it's a beautiful return. Just looked like he was going to head hard, and then turns it and puts it below the tip.
Out.
Yeah,
Service
just short of the service line. Went for the chop serve, but just took too much pace off the shuttle. Ah, yeah.
So they need to get ready because Coghill for hand side always go cross every time. So they need to get ready.
Service over, 5-all.
Much more even game so far this time, an opening point, 5-5, and it looks to be a little bit more competitive in the first 3. England trying to find the attack a bit more.
That's good. That's good.
Service over,
This is what we hoped that we would see Lucy do more often in the
Yes,
second game.
yeah.
Be brave,
Be
take the
brave,
front court.
yeah.
Service over.
Just as they get it back to a 1 point margin, again a little bit too defensive.
In.
Good push.
Service over.
7-6.
6.
Horseman to serve. Potentially short that serve.
Yeah.
Service over. 7.
But good receiving
Yeah.
for Coghill.
Yeah, it's that measurement of, do you take the chance to rush the serve, and then if it is short, then you take that risk. But I think it's more important to be aggressive than hoping it's going to be short.
8-7.
So Scotland back in the lead here, 8-7.
It's out.
Service over.
Another lift long off the back line. But England definitely finding the attack more often in this game. Yeah.
Good shot, yeah.
Again, Brierley looking for the front court.
And for me, England keep straight on the defense. Probably they can change after this to get more cross on their defense. Yeah, like that. Yes, finish. If they keep straight on the defense, they will struggle on the second attacking one.
Brierley again trying to do the right thing, trying to feed it away from Stalker, but just hasn't really looked comfortable at the front of the court when she's having to take the pace out of the shuttle.
Service over.
Much better in the flat, harder exchanges. It's just when she needs to take the pace out, that's when she struggled. But 10-10.
Yeah.
So it's 11-10 at the mid-game interval. Much more competitive second game.
Second game, because can see Brierley have a good block this second game. So when they have Brierley can block, they can have many chance to attack the Scotland pair.
And here we can see Dylan Chong, who was playing doubles earlier with Horseman, out now doing the coach's role. Meanwhile, the Scottish are without a coach today, but it has served them well as they've reached the final here. On the service judge seat, Michael O'Mara. He's officiating the services here. And again, you can see those perspex measures. That's what we use in badminton to measure the height of the service. So it's no longer by the waist. It's now by this perspex measure, so maybe that's helped you get your serve a little bit higher now, Iskander, has it? Since that's coming. Again,
12-10.
just a few too many easy mistakes in the mid-court, and then in the front court. It's just that level of control that the Scottish have had over the English so far.
Fourth receiver.
For receiver, then?
Yes, let's see the replay there. Yeah, okay.
That's good one. Yeah.
Fantastic shot.
11-13.
So here we are, 11-13. Better from Horseman that time,
Yeah.
but a great move forward by
Service
Brooks
over.
Stalker.
14-11.
Yeah, I think it
I
was the
think
right
it's
decision.
the right decision. And I think Brierley also need to have good serve because every time the serve is not quality enough.
Brooks Stalker for me has been fantastic at pressing
Yes.
across the front of the court.
15-11.
I think
Very
because
strong.
she have a good serve, so she have confidence to get up and press them.
Yeah.
You see that?
And again.
Yes, and again. Credit for her because she have good that chop serve or variation serve
Yeah.
to get a point there.
A real masterclass in the first three at the minute.
Yeah.
And also Lewis has done a good job of not like forcing the
Service over.
midcourt.
12.
He's been able to find gaps,
Gaps, yeah.
sometimes play power, sometimes find a gap, where I feel maybe with the English they've been a little bit one-dimensional in the returns.
Yeah. That's it.
13-16.
Let's see if they can now switch it up a little bit and try and cut down that 3-point lead.
Service over.
Another cheap point.
17-13.
So 17-13 lead for Scotland here. There again, a good example of him changing the pace in the
Yes.
midcourt.
Yeah, they need to try cross defend.
Fantastic defense from
Wow.
Brooks Stalker. Oh, a clever final point. Yes. Right on the back line. Match still not over, 14-17.
That's good block for Brierley.
15.
She need to create
17.
something like this more and consistent.
So now back to only 2 points of difference.
Fourth. Service over. 18-15.
18-15 now. Another quality serve.
Serve, yeah.
Service over.
Again, Coghill doing the right thing,
16,
taking the
18.
pace out of the smashes, but this time just falling short. So. But now 16-18. England slowly working their way back into this. Another great
Good
return.
receive.
Oh, there we
Good
go.
shot.
That's what you asked them to do,
Yeah.
Iskander? You wanted them to do the cross blocks?
18.
You can see like 3 or 4 points. Brierley get point from that.
Service
Another
over.
quality return of serve, and
Yeah.
for me, this has been the big
19.
difference.
Yes.
17.
Scotland have just gained so many more winners through the serve and return of serve situation.
Yeah.
Service
So they
over.
need to cross a lot.
18-19.
18-19.
Brierley need to change variation of serve.
Yeah, the flick serve hasn't worked.
Yeah. It's good. Good placement.
Yeah, that was plumb on the line.
Coghill, yeah, on the line.
20 match point.
Horseman maybe trying to
18.
influence the line judge
Yeah.
there a little bit, but a great decision on the back line there. So here we are, match point.
Good control.
Ah,
Yes, it.
beautiful shot
Yeah.
by Brierley.
Service over. 19-20.
Good to see that confidence for her to take on the cross at such a big point at 18-20. Big serve, 19-20.
Wow.
And here we are. It's back even again, 20-all.
Service over.
When he blocked,
21.
Bad choice to serve
Yeah.
again, I think, and 21-20. Here we go. Another match point, third match point here.
good serve.
Ah, beautiful hands from Coghill to find these little gaps.
Oh,
Service over. 21 all.
21 all. What would you like to see Lucy do here, Iskander? Maybe a wide serve, something just to vary it?
Yeah.
Or?
I like to see that.
Yeah.
Wow,
Well done on the cross.
22.
Seems to be finding a gap there a lot.
a lot. Stalker need to avoid to play really backhand there. Good defense. Oh,
The crowd really liked that one. Really aggressive from the Scottish. Press, press, press. And then finally, Lewis finding the gap onto the backhand side. So back to 22 all. Cheap mistake.
another.
Another match point for Scotland. Can they capitalise on this one, Iskander? There it is.
Oh, there it is.
Okay, congratulations to our winners from Scotland. Lewis Coghill and Brooke Stalker beating Benjamin Horseman and Lucy Brierley 21-15, 24-22. Much more exciting second game there, Iskander. What do you feel was the difference between the opening and second game that brought England back into it?
Yeah, I think first set we can see Bradley a bit nervous from the pressing on at the front and make a lot of mistake. And also for me, credit to the Scotland pair, Coghill and Stalker, because they have a good receive and return, service and return, that they can get many points easily from that. And also we can see the English pair start to going to play more cross, so they all can get point from that one.
And here we are, the award ceremony. Catherine Smith, Badminton Ireland President, awarding Horseman and Brierley their silver medals. Next final up, exciting one, Iskander. Nathan Nguyen from France, a surname that you're familiar with, having just come back from coaching Nat Nguyen at the Paris Olympics. And he versus Lee from Chinese Taipei.
Wow.
This has been some fantastic matches for these guys en route to the final. Lee took out one of Nathan's teammates who he faced earlier in the men's doubles final, Martin Bellot, 21-12, 21-17 earlier today. And Nathan again had a brilliant win over another
Top
name
seed.
you'll be familiar with, Oliver Aldorf.
Yeah. Is it the siblings?
Yes,
then? Oh, I see.
younger
Okay.
brother of course Joachim, who got the medal at the European Championships this year. So Nathan has been in brilliant form. Already got one title today, but he'll definitely be tested in this one.
Yeah.
Chinese Taipei now having a very strong contingent of players at the minute, and I know that you're a big fan of some of the Taipei men's singles players.
Yeah.
What do you think it is that Chinese Taipei have done to bring up so many good players, or what have you noticed about them in the last few years on the tour?
I think they quite improved in the development, especially when they are winning World Junior Team event in Spain, that one. So I think they the club become bigger and bigger, and the funding also I think become bigger. And also we can see now they have Olympic champion also, back-to-back Olympic champion from the men's double, Liang and Wan Chinlin. So I think definitely there will be more, a lot more player will play the sport, and a lot more sponsorship in the club.
Yeah, and in more and more of the European circuit tournaments these days, we're seeing Chinese Taipei players throughout the draws in different events around Europe. But likewise, we've seen massive improvements from France, and you know, the great work that they've done at junior level now is breaking through with senior, with the likes of Alex Lanier and these guys starting to win at senior level. Have you been impressed by the development of France? Maybe when you were competing in your prime, France wasn't the most difficult nation, but now a lot of good players.
Yeah, I think France quite get serious when they been be home in Olympics. So their government, I think, support them every sport to gain more result, especially in badminton also. So we can see in tournament and tournament open, like BWF World Series, we can see they have their own support system that then make them more support in their performance. So I think because of their Olympics in home, the government quite support their funding in their support system.
Yeah, and you can tell that, you know, that's been something that they've been building towards, not just in the last year or two, but since they've known that they were going to host the Olympics, and they performed extremely well at the Olympics this time. So here we are, our umpires, service judge, and our line judges on their way out to the court. Once again, what a fantastic job they've done throughout the tournament. And it really has added to the event, having the service judges here, umpires, and along with all of the line judges. Just a much more professional outlook to the Irish Under-19 Open.
From France, Nathan Nguyen.
And first up, Nathan Nguyen. And those tuning in, no, this is not Nat Nguyen. This is Nathan Nguyen from France. We're very proud of our #1 men's singles player, Nat. But there seems to be more than one to win around Europe, and I'm looking forward to seeing how he performs against Lee here from Chinese Taipei. And once again, a big shout out to all of our events team, Connor Doherty and Greg Farrell and the team, for all the fantastic work they've done in setting up the event. And you know, every year we see improvements to the tournament, and it looks absolutely fantastic. And that is the reason why we're getting all of these additional players coming from across Europe and Asia to compete in our event. And now on the left here you can see Nguyen's route to the final, a bye in opening round, then back-to-back wins over Irish competitors, beating Fionn Dowling and Dylan Noble. It was Warning of Scotland in the quarterfinals, which was a close 3-game match, winning 21-12 in the third. And then against the younger brother of the European bronze medalist Aldorf in the semi-finals, winning 21-11, 21-12. On the opposite side, Lee had a really fast route to the final, not dropping a single set on the way. Alfea of Spain in the opening game, 9-15 followed that up with Perez from France, winning 21-15, 21-8. Rodriguez in the quarter-final, 21-7, 21-16. And then Perez's men's doubles partner in the semi-final, Martin Bellot, where he won 21-12, 21-17. So Lee has looked exceptionally good en route to the final. And you'd have to say Nguyen has been relatively untested by that quarter-final match against Warning of Scotland, where he did drop one game, but again, he has looked the standout player of the tournament. So, an exciting final to come.
Ready to play?
It's kind of going to put you on the spot here. Call your winner.
I go to Taipei because I know I see Nathan play before versus Dylan. I think he more controlling player and smart player. But I think this Taipei advantage from the power that can make Nathan struggle in this game.
Yeah, I agree. I think Lee has a very dangerous game, big power, left-handed, also not easy to play against. But I do like the way Nathan thinks his matches through in the tactical play. I'm just not sure after all those doubles matches and singles matches will they have enough energy to beat Lee in the final, but it should be an exciting one.
Service over.
So here you can see Lee moving around, starting to feel his rhythm into the match.
Good angle from Nguyen.
Service over. 1-all. Attack.
New feature here, we have our AI camera which follows the players around court. Another addition from Philip Nguyen as part of our streaming team. But a great little angle that you can track players throughout the game and give you some nice insights into the replays of the points.
Ooh.
You did talk about that power before the game, Iskander.
Service over. 2-3.
Session.
Good net exchange there. I'm really interested to see both of these players in their previous rounds have been the player that has dominated the front court, so it's going to be interesting to see who comes out on the net battle between these two.
Nice setup from the Lee.
Service over. 4. Service over.
That's tight.
5-3.
Nice neutral shot from Nguyen there. Lee comfortable enough to try the cross, so no shortage of confidence at the start of this game.
Whoa.
This is a bit of a trickery. Anyone out there don't forget to let your kids play tennis to start as well, because we're introducing a little bit of top spin into badminton now as well.
6.
Ooh.
Again here, nice neutral.
Ooh.
Just didn't carry over the net cord. Oh, what a net exchange. Again, net. Really interested in this battle at the net. Both players confident enough to take each other on. Nobody coming out on top so far, with it being 7-6 and really finely balanced. Once again, Lee showing that power. Attacking onto Nguyen's body and following up fast onto the net.
Another good smash from Lee.
7.
Nguyen just a little bit passive there, and maybe forgetting for a split second that that left hand was there. Loves that top spin lift. Oh, here we go.
Wow.
Full power smash.
You can see here the body language from Lee. He's so confident with this match.
Short lift there. Nguyen really showing that he too has enough power to put it on the ground. So 8-9, only 1 point in it. Both players just feeling each other out here at the start of this match, trying to find out where the gaps are. But
Wow,
again,
another trick from Lee.
It's over. 10-8.
full of confidence in his
Wow,
final.
this boy have different things.
Oh, great backhand drive.
Wow.
And there we go, the double action and the double action again.
Too confident.
That's out.
Tricked me once, yes, but not
But
twice.
twice,
Like
yeah.
Cole. Okay, thank you.
And also what I scared with this match, if Lee took off overconfident, he will Nguyen need to take the advantage from him.
Yeah, we have seen that. Like, he's made some beautiful shots, but he's also made a lot of unforced errors.
Yes.
10-all.
10-all. It doesn't get any tighter than this.
Wow.
So there we go, 11-10 going into the game interval. Again, Lee extremely dangerous on that attack. So mid-game interval, 11-10. Iskander, talk us through what do you feel, what's the threats that Nguyen has to deal with here?
Okay, we can see Nguyen need to be more aggressive at the front. Of course, he need to get point from the front net, and then also when the Lee pressure him at the back, he need to maintain to go down, not going to high, because Lee have that explosive from the back that can make a good smash to the line.
Play.
Here we go, 11-10, just 1 point in at that so far. Oh, just so unlucky. Great net exchange and just very unlucky with the bob off the net. I agree with you, Iskander. I feel that Lee definitely has the edge when it comes to full out attack, but I do think Nguyen has a nice consistent game. So if Lee just gets a little bit too carried away, Nguyen has the chance to pick him off.
Yeah.
So both need to be a little careful.
Yes, alright.
Just like that.
Yeah.
11.
Nguyen had actually stopped there. He had felt that
Lee
was leaving,
let
huh?
it go. Yeah. Good serve from Nguyen. I think Nguyen is quite clever on his game.
Yeah, very intelligent
Very
player.
intelligent,
Throughout the week,
yeah.
we've seen that in both singles, doubles. Very good at finding his opponent's weaknesses.
Yeah.
Here we are. This is the net exchange. I've been really interested in seeing this. Who was going to come out on top?
Yeah.
But Lee again, super confident at the front court. Extremely good hands, Iskander.
Yeah. Wow.
14, 12.
Just a
That's
small
quality.
2-point lead
Yeah.
now. Maybe starting to get a little bit of an advantage.
Nice cover from Lee. From under pressure.
And then straight back on attack.
Attack, yeah.
15, 12.
He is definitely the player that has the most weapons out of the two. But Nguyen is still really making it difficult for him. Down on the ground and back up again.
Good placement from Nguyen.
And there's that French fire that we're well used to seeing from the Popov brothers
Yes.
and to Lanier and all of the other French players. They've always got great fight on court. So only 2 points in it at 13-15.
See when Nguyen take a lead on the net, then he can get a point. So he need to get counter attack from the front corner.
Short lift. If I was his coach there, I would have liked to have seen the big smash.
Yeah, yeah.
It's all or nothing with Lee at the minute.
Oh, we can see here mind games already start. No change shuttle.
Oh yes, a nice feed this time. Wow, beautiful. Lee asking the umpire the question, did he touch the net?
Yeah.
Iskander, did he touch the net?
No.
No. Okay.
Good decision from Nguyen.
15 all. Just the wrong decision to flick and didn't get any length on it whatsoever. 16-15 here now, only 1 point in it. It's been an absolutely fantastic final so far. Some great displays of net exchange, power from the rear court, trick shots from Lee. We've seen a little bit of everything.
Wow.
Got lucky there.
I think both players have strong point at the front net.
16
Yeah.
all.
Think who more consistent, who more dare to do, let's get advantage from here. See?
Clever
Clever
shot.
So that's 17, 16.
Tu vois, je vais équilibrer un petit peu. Non, mais là, c'est là que je leur retire l'avantage. Et c'est là que je leur reprends le pouvoir. Je gagne le long, je mets la bonne. Allez, tu le fais.
Apologies for a small loss on our commentary stream there. We're back up and running, and it's Nguyen who's taken opening game, 21-19, and here we are, Love in the second game. Nguyen to serve to Lee.
One love.
And Nguyen starting off as he left off in the first game with a 2-love lead here.
2 love.
Very strong end to the opening game for Nguyen in what was a very evenly balanced first game. Oh, again, winning that net exchange. So a fast start. So for a match that previously Lee looked to be in control of, suddenly it's all Nguyen with an opening game under his belt and a 3-0 lead.
Service over. 1-3.
So we did say that Lee would need to be careful Iskander because Nathan is such a consistent player. If you take too many chances, he will capitalize on it.
Lee need to be aggressive now
2-3.
because he lose the first set.
And a couple of nice net exchanges at the start of the second, which Nguyen came out on top. So he has to keep that gap tight, otherwise Nguyen with confidence will grow at the front of the court, and Lee needs to own that area to get the attack if he wants to win this match.
Yes. See? Another
Service
simple
over.
mistake from Lee.
4-3.
As a coach, when you coach this type of player, it's it's great to watch when it's going well, but when they're missing these shots, it's much more difficult.
All.
So there we go. Gap closed already. Back to 4-4. This is the game that Nguyen has to avoid playing that fast, flat pushes because Lee's so dangerous in that exchange. So 6-4. Lee back in charge.
Ball. Service over. 5-6.
Fantastic serve. He's starting to be aggressive, move up the court, and Nguyen, as you said, is kind of a very intelligent player. He sees these things very early. Yeah, soft mistake.
7-6.
Player like Nguyen is very hard to find because he can know what gonna, he can have sense what gonna
Service
do
over.
in the
7-all.
Yeah, very good reader of the game. Great at picking up the cues of what Lee's going to do, and then he knows how to take him out of his rhythm again. So again, both guys do not want to give up the net. It's been fantastic to watch those exchanges.
Nguyen need more be careful now.
Just a few on-force there as it creeped into his game. Almost tired looking mistakes. Lee going for the terrific Hubert smash.
9.
or Lizzie Jia then.
Maybe Lizzie Jia for this generation. Just like that, Lee hands 2 points straight to Nguyen. The Lizzie Jia, as you like to call it, and then the simple net return. Again, this is the one that we said earlier. Nguyen has to avoid those fast flat pushes.
I can hear the Lee coach now ask him to get ready on the racket. The flat one. Good lift. Good counter attack from Lee.
11-9 interval.
Again, you see Nguyen, once he engages in that flat exchange.
Yeah, he will struggle on the counter attack from Lee.
Yeah, and if he follows the pattern of what his coach has said, to be ready with his racket, he's going to be even more dangerous, because in those flat exchanges his forearm strength is so strong, and also he has that reach, that added reach with that left hand, where he's intercepting and making it more difficult for Nguyen. But Nguyen's done a good job at the start of the game at controlling and winning the net. Let's see how it goes from here.
I hope here Nguyen can be more consistent on the net, because last few points Nguyen make a lot of mistake on the front net. Good from Nguyen.
This time it's Nguyen coming out on top on the flat exchanges.
11.
Too short, I think then.
Yeah. Round the head is really dangerous. A lot of players have struggled when lifting into his round the head side.
But just let you know, left-handed around the head is quite dangerous.
Yeah, and not only his attack, his follow-up onto the net afterwards. But here again, 13-10. Let's see if he can increase his consistency now and push ahead, or will be a case of there'll be a couple of wild shots that come out again.
We can see Nguyen a bit slow in the net now.
Yeah, a lot of the matches in the last 2 days for him having, win the men's doubles earlier, and now reaching the final of the men's singles. Oh, gambled.
Yeah.
Service over. 11-14.
You can see both players smile with each other now.
Luring him in to hold up the racket, but was secretly waiting for the clear.
Good block from Nguyen.
Close the gap, 12-14. Just keeping it close enough to keep pressure on Lee.
I think Nguyen need to play like this to open the back corner first, and then counter attack from the defense.
So 13-14 now. Yeah, great net exchange. And again there, Nguyen just coming out on top again. Again, Lee going for these more difficult, intricate shots at the big points. You like to see him now just to play a little bit safer.
Safer, yeah.
Just not his style, Iskander. Good call.
Good call.
14.
Yeah, just wide. And Nguyen now smelling the victory, hunting the net.
15 all.
Only 6 points away from making it a double. Too short. Yeah, Lee breaking his strings there, so he needs a quick racket change.
I think both players also same. Who get control at the front net much better. Who will win this game.
Okay, 16-15. Can Lee control the lead? Again, another easy unforced error.
Service over. 16 all.
I think both players also get intense now. And
Yeah, we've seen a lot of very quick rallies in the last 3-4 rallies. No real consistency. Oh, brilliant net exchange. Yes.
16.
when
Good
touch the
decision.
net, yeah.
Good decision. We've seen some good, really good officiating throughout the tournament here, and another good decision on the net there. Nice put away shot there from Lee. Not leaving it to chance this time with the stop drop.
Yes, I think lead need to be like this. Not too overconfident like the first set.
So here we are, 19-16. 2 points away from taking the second game. Nguyen, such a great fighter. Not giving any points away cheap.
19.
Lee has to work so hard to get any of his points. If you were sitting behind Nathan's court now, what would you ask him to do?
I will ask him to try to get length on the back and then start counter attack when Lee start to play going down. Because I can see Nguyen have good length at the back, so he no need to scared and no need to play flat a lot.
Let's see if he takes your advice now. 17-19. Again, a cheeky little shot there from Lee.
Wow.
Great confidence
Yeah.
for a man who's one game down and only only leading by 2 points. 2017 game point. Took back the net.
Second game won by
There we are,
UG.
one game all.
Lee, 21-17. One game all.
I can know that Nguyen want to play like play a good net so much, so he makes some little mistake there.
Yeah, we definitely seen a big change where Nguyen was in control of the front court, especially towards the end of the first and the start of the second game. But Lee seemed to have regained that again. Now, rather than trying to turn cross, he's challenging back on the net. So, interesting to see. And maybe a little bit too much from the Nguyen playing these flat, hard pushes.
Yes.
So
Because you need to move Lee first, and then you can see the space to attack. If you play flat with him, you can get counter easily from Lee.
So are you sticking with your original prediction, Iskander? Lead to win in 3? Or Nguyen to get the win?
I still go to Lee.
Okay, so you heard it here first. Lee in 3 for Iskander.
Final game. Level. Play. One love.
Good smash from Lee.
That was a great side view of our flat exchange there between the two boys. And a 1-love lead for Lee, starting off where he left off at the end of the second game. There's that backhand again.
Yeah.
Just needs a little bit more forearm strength.
Service over.
I don't know why Lee keep using that, because make him more difficult, and he not get even 1 point from that.
Yeah, not so far. But under 19 player likes to use the flare. And the win was very unfortunate. They took the right choice.
Fast hand from Lee.
Tired legs or just a bad guess?
Bad guess. Because Lee see Nguyen under pressure, but Nguyen still can control the net quite good.
Bolt. Service over. 3-2.
Nice solid hit from round the head again. As we said before, very dangerous in that one. And again, he was ready to follow up and press the net. So Nguyen just has to be careful with those flat lifts into the round the head corner, exposing himself on the straight. Woo.
Service.
Full commitment to the net there. We praised him for his consistency earlier on, but that was a
good variation serve, but unfortunately
4-3.
it's wide.
two very simple mistakes, and I can see Nguyen starting to fatigue a little bit just now.
Bit more rash now. Wow, good net from Lee.
6-3.
Confidence starting to grow as Nguyen's unforced errors are kicking in. Oh, just enough.
Service over. 4.
Can't Lee at full stretch.
Service over.
Lee taking the chance going onto the court.
Good flick.
So now only 1 point in it again. Another very easy mistake from Lee, and that makes the score 6-6.
6-all.
Deciding game.
Lee need to be careful on his own mistake now. Another mistake from Lee.
7-6.
Just all of a sudden his arm seems to have tightened up a little bit.
Good smash.
Great accuracy, nice cross smash. Both guys taking a well-earned drink as the court gets mopped down. And Lee to serve here. 7-all in the deciding game. Brilliant commitment from the win again.
It's good jumping on the net there.
7.
Yeah,
It's good on that.
it's been good to see how aggressive he's been at the front of the court.
Yeah.
Every time he's played tight net, he's been really hunting, looking for the next shot.
Yes.
This time,
Service out.
This
Lee
time
going for
Lee
the body.
try to change the direction of smash because just now keep straight.
Nguyen also targeting the body that time, but it was a flat, short lift from Lee.
Yeah.
Oh, another little bit of trickery.
10-8.
That was an important point. Now it just gives Nguyen a little bit of breathing room. 10-8. Can he get one more and go 3 points ahead into the interval? Oh! I thought about going over.
Yeah. Another tip now from
10-all.
Lee.
That's up. Change
And
shuffle.
just like that, Nguyen has lost that little breathing room that he had with that 2-point gap. So it's going to be as finely balanced as it can possibly be going into the interval, with one player going to be only 1 point ahead. And it will be Lee from Chinese Taipei that will take the early advantage going into the deciding end of the third game. 11-10 as the players switch sides.
Moi, tu peux être tueur, moi, tu peux faire chier. Bon, il y a un truc que tu fais trop systématiquement, c'est tout le temps aller sur son gars. T'y vas trop. T'y vas trop. De temps en temps,
Once again, we've been very lucky to have a lot of advancements in our streaming service, and this year we've been streaming all courts, and again trying to add some additional side cameras and different views onto the stream from the finals. And it's been Philip McCone who's done a lot of work behind the scenes on that to get us up and running here.
That's up.
So here we go. 11-10. Yes, Kander, I'm going to give you one last chance. Sticking with Lee.
Yeah. Still.
11-10. Play.
And just like that, now Lee has that little bit of breathing room, leading 12-10. Good opportunity there for Nguyen. It was a slightly short lift, and he committed to hitting the line, but just missing out on this occasion.
Still short leave from Nguyen.
Again, there was that hold, and there was a flat lift as well.
Yeah.
If he's going to lift like that onto the forehand of Lee, it needs to be high and onto the back line, and then He needs to look for the counter attack. The flatter, faster lifts, Lee's been devastating throughout the game on those ones.
Service over. 11-13.
Great net from
again. 2 points from net now.
12-13.
Whoa, good explosive from Lee.
Service over. 14-12. Service over.
Yeah, better lift. High over his head, making him do something, making him move a little bit more. Great attack again. 15-13. Again, a little bit short on the lift, but
I think Lee also aware when flick serve now.
yeah, I got a couple of quick, fast winners
Yes.
of it, and now he's starting to read it.
Yeah.
So, will it be Lee's flair that comes through, or will it be Nguyen's consistency in these final points? We'll know within the next 8 points.
Another wrong decision from Nguyen to play flat with Lee.
Just seemed to lure him in there. Nguyen had a really good high lift onto the back line, a half-pace smash from Lee, and Nguyen tempted to step into it. Yes, better speed, much better speed. Okay, 16-14.
Nice play from the coach.
Service over. 17-14.
She was happy with what she saw there.
Yeah.
Again, Nguyen just opening up too much court, giving him an opportunity to hit straight. 17-14 lead now for Lee. Now Lee just 3 points away from taking his title at the Irish Under-19 Open.
The flat there again.
19-14.
Yeah, just he's not going to win these exchanges in the flat. Really has to try something different now, as Lee only 2 points away from taking the title.
Match point 14.
6 game points for Lee to take the victory, and more importantly, fulfill Iskander's prediction. Big power. And there it is. Victory for Lee, winning the third game, 21-14. And he is the 2024 Irish Under-19 Open champion.
Congratulations to Lee and his coach.
But all credit to Nguyen for the fight that he put up there. He's played a lot of matches this week.
You can see the shape of body also as a player. He's not a good shape of body, but he can manage to play 3 games with Lee.
Yeah, absolutely. It was physically very demanding on him, coming and not a long time to turn around between the doubles final and the singles final.
Yeah.
But he's done a great job and showing how versatile he is, being able to play both doubles and singles to this level.
And for me, he's smart in that, the way he's playing.
Yeah, so it's medal presentation time for the men's singles, but go get your cup of tea, get your cup of coffee, because next up it's the one we've all been waiting for here in Ireland. It's women's singles, Hubert Flynn against Hoareau from France.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the President of Badminton Ireland, Catherine Smith. Welcome the men's singles runner-up from France, Nguyen.
Bay, Cameroon Bay. That's Prem Penny.
So here we are, Irish Under-19 Open Women's Singles Final. And it's an exciting one for all of the Irish in the crowd today because we have Aoife Flynn in the final. And Aoife has had a exciting tournament so far and has a number of very strong wins on her way to the final without dropping a game throughout. On the far side we have Hoareau from France, who is the number 3 seed of this event, and again she has looked extremely good throughout the competition, but was tested earlier today, winning 23-21, 21-16 against Bellot from India, who was the number 1 seed of course and last year's finalist. Sitting beside me here, I'm glad to introduce Michael Mara. Mike, of course, head of our HP committee in Badminton Ireland, and leader of our team, and also he is umpire here this week. So Mike, looking forward to this match?
Yeah, very much so, Dan. I have to say, you know, at the start of the event, you know, the Indian girl Batoya would have been everyone's favourite. She was seeded 1. She was in the final last year. You know, she was taken out in the semi-final by Aoife's opponent here today. You know, and she was very impressively so, I would have to say. You know, I think the French girl she moves incredibly well. She hits quite hard. And I think she's going to be a very, very good opponent for Aoife today. So it's going to be nice, I suppose, for this match. There's going to be a lot of firepower in court. I think that's fair to say, Dan.
Absolutely. And looking at the route to the final, Hoareau took out Fuchs from Switzerland, followed by Joy and Shokan of Ireland. And like you said, that semi-final, which was an absolutely fantastic game, winning 23-21, 21-16. Meanwhile, Flynn, again, looking equally as good on her route to the final. Dubois from France in the opening game, winning 21-9, 21-8. Zizek from Germany, 21-15, 21-9. Raman from Scotland, 21-14, 21-15. And then today she played Laurent of France, and again winning in straight games, 21-13, 21-12. So you have to say that both these girls have looked extremely strong en route to final. So it should be what will be a very exciting final for everybody here watching in the crowd and everybody at home that is tuned in.
Yeah, I think the key to it, Dan, is going to be, you know, who can be very, very consistent, because they both have a lot of weapons, they both carry a lot of firepower. So I think it's going to be who can stay in the game until they get a chance to use those weapons, and hopefully that's going to be Aoife. That's going to be our girl, because she does have an awful lot of firepower overhead. I just hope that she can look to dominate the net and take the net early and force the lift so she can use her weapons. So here's fingers crossed.
Absolutely. We'll try and remain as neutral as we can on our commentary, but if you hear some excited screams, that's the commentary team hoping that Aoife Flynn can get the win here. Sitting behind our court, of course, is Yo Sing Zo, who's our performance pathway coach, and beside him Ejudin, who's another aspiring athlete and coach for Badminton Ireland.
And on my left,
And here we are, love all.
France. Aoife Flynn to serve.
And of course, it would be great to see her build on her win in the Portuguese Open last year, Dan, as well, you know.
Yeah, and you had the pleasure of being there on that trip as coach.
Yeah.
So maybe a less nerve-wracking seat that you're taking today, but
Service over. 1 love.
A very heavy attacking slice there from Aoife, which is one of the many weapons that she possesses.
yeah, you have to say both girls are very skillful within their strokes. We've seen Hoareau earlier in the rounds really taking her opponents apart with the power and the follow-up onto the net. So it'll be interesting to see how Aoife fares out on her defence against her. But equally, like we just saw there, Aoife given time on the shuttle is just as explosive and just as dangerous.
Oh, absolutely. I think the trick for her is just to make sure that she gets absolutely everything back and waits until she gets a chance to use her weapons. And I suppose she can't afford to leave anything short. Dan, her length has to be good, otherwise, you know, she's going to get punished. And I suppose the other challenge is just maybe not to be patient enough and maybe not to go for things too early, you know, because that can cause its own problems.
Yeah, a couple of, what would you say, unforced errors here so far from Shifa. Has let the French girl get the early lead in the match.
Yeah, very solid rally from Shifa there, resisting the temptation to go for things.
Yeah, and just like you said, hoping that she wouldn't try and attack too early. Maybe in this case it was Hoareau who tried to fire in the attack when she was out of balance in the round head corner. Devastating on that attack. At the minute, Shifa has struggled to read and find her defense, but that also could be to do with the length of her lifts have been a little bit short so far.
Absolutely. It's just imperative. It's so important. Her lifts are in the back trams. Just a little bit short, as you say, Dan, on her lifts, on her defence. Just needs to be deeper.
It was the same in the men's singles. There was an observation that Iskander made where Nguyen was trying to maybe lift a little bit too flat, a little bit too fast. And we've seen Lee dominate him when he did that. And likewise here, when the girls have lifted short, both have struggled.
Yeah, well, I think if you lift short, you know, either of these girls lift short, the other one has just got too much firepower.
So a 3-point lead now for Hoareau of France. You'd have to say it looks like a little bit of a nervous start for Shifa here.
Yeah, it just needs to get a few deep breaths kind of going just to relax her, Dan. I think you're right. But, you know, just needs to you know, just keep the shuttle in play and, you know, play it into the space, play it into herself into the rallies, and just wait for the opportunities, Dan.
Nguyen, another attacking winner. You can see Shifa a little bit hesitant when she did play her left off serve. She was very slow getting down into her defensive position.
Yeah.
And that game can be a little bit of just pre-match nerves, opening game. Hopefully we'll see her open up as the game goes along. Yeah, 7 points lead here at the mid-game interval.
Yeah, as you say, just a somewhat nervy start. But I think, as I said at the start, the key to this game is, you know, you've got to, you know, keep the shuttle in play, be consistent, have a good length. All the old rules still apply, and wait for your chances. And of all the people, you know, Shifa has more than enough ammunition overhead to wait, be patient, and then take her chances. It's just if she goes too early and if she lifts short, she's inviting a lot of trouble. But look, 11-4, she's still very much in this.
20 seconds.
And we can see Yo Singzo there giving her some information in the mid-game interval. Be interesting to see if we see a change of tactic. We did almost towards the end of the before the mid-game interval, where Shifa started to use her punch clears, used a little bit of extra shots to the rear court, so maybe we'll start to see that at the start of this game.
12.
Yeah, it's just the mistakes so far that are the difference, really, Dan, you know. Yeah, I always say you got to make it really difficult for your opponent, you know. And at the moment, it's just a little bit too easy for the French girl with just the mistakes.
definitely on defense. Shifa hasn't looked comfortable. And compared to maybe some of her previous opponents so far, they haven't had that same power in their smash.
Absolutely, absolutely. I think it's often it's more the power that's coming at her rather than maybe her defense. It's not any different to previous matches, but she's playing an entirely different player this time.
Yeah, because we saw that in the opening rounds where the Irish players Nicole Joy and Michelle Choquin were able to get into those rallies against Hoareau and open up the court a little bit more. Where in this game, Shifa struggled to control the attack, and then we haven't seen so many rallies so far.
Yeah, I actually service judged the semi-final, and I was quite struck by, because I was right there at the front row seat, just the power the French girl possesses. You know, sometimes people don't really see it from the stands, but there's a lot of power there, Dan. It really is. But I think, you know, Shifa's just going to have to reset now and just, you know, write off the first set and start again.
Yeah, absolutely.
And maybe use the next few points just to get herself into it and then go again.
Service over. Try and get some rallies under your belt. Try and get a feel for the final and get going like that. Just these blocks. Not trying to do too much with them, just getting them in over.
Service over. 18-5.
Yeah, probably just trying for maybe a little. Probably needs just to try and be more neutral in her play, just to get into it. You know. Nice. Lovely, lovely deception.
She's done well at the front of the court. She's scored some nice points with fades and holds. It's just when she's having to give away the lift and then set for the defense, she's either played short or hasn't played back in the court. And I agree with you, Mike. She needs to try and just play in, not do too much with it, and get into the rally.
Yeah, well, you know, when you're in the rally, you've got a chance. You know, if you're the one making the mistakes, you don't have a chance. So yeah, I just would like to see her be more neutral, and then pounce when her chance comes.
Nice sliced winner. That time didn't open up with the power, and she's struggling to read the shuttle coming off her racket.
Yeah, I'd probably maybe prefer to see her serve low and maybe try to push the net to force the lift, because she's having problems when she's putting the shuttle in the air, you know. Very good net play by Shifa.
Excellent there. And a great view from our new AI side cameras.
Yeah, certain Mr. Philip McCowan doing fantastic work here for Stand in Fairness. It's always a great
Service over.
bit of fun to do, a bit of commentary with this fabulous technology around us.
And here we are.
28.
I would think that's a good way of getting some of the nerves out to you. A couple of full power smashes, really letting arm go and trying to get those jitters away. Hopefully in this second game we'll see a little bit more free flow in Shifa.
Yeah, I'm always, there's the first set, I'm always of the view that you should either serve short or serve high and maybe occasionally flick, but I think some of her serves there were they were very short, and against this opponent that's never going to work. You know, I'd like to see her either serve short or put her on the baseline, and my preference probably, Dan, would be to see her serve short and maybe invite the net shot.
Yeah, so 21-9 there, and again probably more through Shifa's unforced errors than it has been through Hoareau winning any spectacular points. But the key has been what you highlighted at the start of the game, that she is very physical, comes with a lot of power, and you need to be able to deal with that early in the match if you want to be able to compete. And the games that she's been more pushed in have been the ones where the girls have been, you know, using that power, turning the shuttle, counter-attacking, opening up the court, making it big. where so far Shifa struggled to deal with those ones that are being attacked, and she's following up fast on the net when it does come back. So let's see if she can settle a little bit more, especially in the opening points.
Okay. Shuttle okay?
And we've seen quite a bit of Hoareau in senior competition this year, playing in Nantes, where she reached the quarter-final of that event, a senior event of course. Also reaching the quarter-final of the Lithuanian International this year, and also competing really well in the Austrian Open. So a girl who's already playing a lot of senior tournaments, and you know, is very much established player, you know, on the not only the junior circuit but the senior circuit, and that little bit of extra experience also is definitely something that you can see here when she's playing in these underage events.
Yeah, absolutely, and I think you see a lot of the foreign nations, the French in particular, they're under 19s, they do send them to the future series and internationals, you know, as part of their development. And I think you can absolutely see a level of maturity in this girl's game, absolutely, you know. So here we go, 2-1. Super rally from Shifa Flynn. Just worked the four corners there, went quickly with the forehand net in the backhand corner. She really worked her opponent and just used the space really.
Yeah, I especially like that 2 lifts in a row where she just held it and pressed, and then just stepped up on the net.
Yeah.
Oh, simple point there.
That high serve is going to be very important if she's going to serve high. It's got to be, as I call it, old school down. It's got to be like a Rachel Dara high serve.
Yeah.
Up to the stars and down on that baseline. Otherwise, don't do it.
Again, a very easy unforced error from Shifa. Doing the right thing, closing down the net early and trying to move it fast. But like we said earlier, let's just see these shots being a little bit safer and consistent.
Just a bit more neutral, I think. Just a bit more neutral until the opportunity presents itself.
Easy unforced error in the backhand corner this time. So just like that, Hoareau's back in the lead with 4-3.
Yeah, maybe a brushed kill would have been the shot there, Dan, rather than trying to play another spin, do you think? Just to brush it onto the floor.
Yeah, just the weight that the shot was coming at, she just took that chance. Yeah, good rush on the net that time from Shifa, a little bit more urgency. So 4-5. Interesting to see if she sticks with the high serve and how comfortable she is on the smashes. Yeah, seems to have found her rhythm a bit more in the defense now. And the speed onto the net again.
Absolutely. It's the speed in the front third of the court to close it down is really important.
I think the real testing thing there was she was able to go long on her first shot on the defense. So not only get it back, but she actually made her do something again. So starting to get, that's clinical.
Yeah. I mean, I've always been an advocate, and I think that over the years a good old-fashioned high serve in lady singles has become unfashionable. But as you and I well know, it's a very, very good tactical play in lady singles.
Yeah, at the top level you still see, especially the top athletes, mixing it. But here again now we see Shifa in the 2 rallies ago, she smashed straight and she was playing the long defence over her. This time she smashed from the round ahead straight and Shifa made the turn. Her defence is now starting to look a lot more comfortable. just unlucky there. Lovely little feed onto the net, but just wide. Whew. Went for the fast flat serve. Caught Shifa a little bit unaware, so maybe a little bit lucky to get away with that one. Yeah. But a nice mix from the French player. Yeah, Shifa's really hitting the baseline on that serve now. Oof, that big attack again.
And you can see, Dan, if it's anyway short, you're inviting a whole lot of trouble in yourself. So it's either got to be very short or very long. Anywhere in between is trouble. Very tight, very early on the net there. Shifa.
Yeah, really wide off the back corner. But you could see Shifa was early on the net and she got really good spin. Yeah. Again, serve maybe just a little too flat. Again, good net.
Fantastic net spin there, Dan.
Great angle of the net here, and yeah, excellent.
Lovely inside-out net spin.
Just a little bit of a change in the rhythm of this match now. Again, there's that long defense, and that is so difficult.
Absolutely.
And there's not too many girls at underage level that have the forearm strength to do that off a smash that powerful. And what you find is that with Hoareau, as she's really putting that forward momentum, because she's so used to having the big smash and follow up on the net, she's not used to having to push back again when she's already moving forward, and that's where she's out of balance, making that easier mistake.
Yeah, well, I think you know, Shifa is you know, changed her style. She's now putting the girl on the baseline and she's saying, okay, let's see what you've got. I know you've got a big smash, but let's see it from the baseline. And the girl is taking it on and she's coming forward. As you say, Shifa is returning deep, and it's definitely causing the French girl problems, you know.
Yeah, and not only that, if a player does that to you over a longer period, that adds up, because number one, you're having to push forward and then push back again. Number two, it creates that little bit of uncertainty as, should I push forward? And if not, and she blocks net, then you've got a whole lot of work to do to get to that one as well. So yeah, let's see if Shifa can keep varying it with sometimes going long, sometimes making the cross turn, and can she remain confident enough to do that when she's attacking.
And there's a lovely change there with a short block this time, Dan, from Sophia. The girl was probably expecting the long defence, and Shifa plays short defence, so always good to keep her guessing.
Yeah, absolutely. Here we go. That is
unlucky.
Yeah, hard to see from here, from the replay, but again, the intention was right.
Absolutely.
That serve just across the body. You see, because Shifa has been using her forehand return, so if it was intentional, quite a clever serve.
Just maybe got a little bit lucky there.
Yeah.
The backhand was a little short, but you know what? Again, if you stay in the rallies, Dan, you've always got a chance, you know.
Yeah, good flick from Shifa, from only having minimal reach on it. But again, the lifts are a little bit short.
So here we are, 11-13.
The one thing I will say is Hoareau, the way she plays and the aggressive manner of it and the attacking nature, it does take a toll on you as well. So it'll be interesting to see, you know, as the game goes on, can she continue to do that? Because when she does have to play a defensive style, she isn't as dangerous, and that can creep in once the physicality of the match goes in, and once the rallies start to get long. So let's see how it goes. Yeah, Shifa was ready for that.
I think it's a case if you take every net card you can get down at this stage, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Just probably struggling maybe to get the stance a little bit wider there to get down to play those.
Yeah, and a good mix from her because she had used the straight attack down the backhand a lot, and then this time she mixed it up with the straight slice.
14 all.
It's 14 all.
Very physical rally. I'm not surprised that Hoareau's now going to the box to try and throw down and take a drink, because she's been playing full out attack for 5-6 points in a row, and Shifa has been making her work quite hard to the back of the court and making her turn. So it'll be interesting to see, can she maintain that now for 6 more points, or can Shifa start to wear her down? Loose serve, Mike. Yeah, and good chance for Shifa to go onto the body.
So 15 all. It's really about just giving nothing away from here, just not making mistakes and taking your chances.
This
and
is what I mean.
One mistake.
I think the tire that I think if Shifa, like what you said, can make her play, I think she will get these tired mistakes now, just because of the amount of energy she's had to invest. Yeah, see, a little bit of heat coming out of the smash now.
That's excellent play by Shifa Flynn. Just once she got the attack there, then she wasn't letting go of it, you know, and she finished that superbly.
And back to the box again for a tile down. I noticed this as well in the earlier round when Michelle Shokin was playing against her, that once the game got into the second set and a couple of long rallies happened, because she plays the style she plays, her game does dip.
Well, it's interesting you say that, because in the semi-final against Batoya that she won, it was quite a physical match, and there were a number of times where she looked to go for the towel, where she was spoken to by the umpire to say, look, you have to play. So yeah, it does look to take breaks when she can, you know. And listen, who can blame her?
No, it means that she can play her more favoured attacking style. But a very costly serve there at 17-15 from Shifa to serve out and not make her play.
Yeah, there really isn't any you know, you can't be serving out at this level. You've got to make your opponent play it, you know.
So 17 all, here we are. And just pure adrenaline now will mean that she'll have that energy to go full out for these last 4 or 5 points. Shifa has to be really careful now, not to let her have a short attack or a chance at the net. Play her deep, keep her moving.
She's just got to get everything back and just really just everything has to go back. And if you get beaten by it, then maybe so be it. But a really tight net shot from Shifa there.
Yeah, she read it very well. Pressed the net early.
I mean, there's not a lot you can do if your opponent hits 5 lines in a row or 4 lines in a row, you know. But
again, great long defense back overhead, making her work. Short again.
Yeah, just the short lifts are always going to be a problem here.
She did well to dig out the first one, but struggled on the second.
18.
Important for Shifa now, just to keep her length.
Very big point here, Dan. It's either 19 all or it's match point. So just don't give away an easy point here. Get in the rally.
Great shot.
Ah, fantastic. You know, Dan, she really does attack cross-court superbly well, whether it's round the head stick or whether it's from the forehand corner like that. She really does attack cross-court very well and with great pace.
Yeah.
And angle.
It's a great weapon. Like, she's almost in a difficult position and her opponents are stepping up the court, and then she can actually turn it into an advantage for her. Great block as well. Oh, what a net exchange.
That's fantastic.
What a net exchange. So brave at 19 all, and then if it's that short with Hubert Flynn.
Yeah, you're picking feathers, Dan, every time.
So here we are, game point in the second game to Hubert Flynn.
Yeah, you've got to stay going high and just keep the shuttle in play.
A really soft error.
I think the trick right there is not to play to the net, it's to play past the net and just get the shuttle in court.
Yeah, didn't need to be so tight, and also she had a great opportunity there just to lift high and into the round the head corner, make her opponent work in those big points, especially when you've got a game point.
20 all. Play.
There's that cross-court attack again, Dan, but just unfortunately not hitting the mat this time, which just gives a match point.
Yeah, she had her game point. Let's see if she can save match point. Wow.
Again, that cross-court stick attack every time.
In the rally previous to this, I was thinking, had Shifa used the net too much, you know, giving her opponent a chance to come in and press her into the long corners because it was big points. And when she used that net on the first shot, I was a little bit afraid, but she did it so well. Took the net, got the lift, made the attack. So for me, I'd just like to see maybe sometimes her now vary it with the spin and then the spin flick when her opponent goes forward. But let's see.
Just mind the fast shuttle.
Using that again. That's the one. Again, I just feel that her opponent's pressing too far up the court. She has to now start to vary that spin with the spin flick. But I guess she doesn't want to give away the lift in these big points.
But I think as well an option there, Dan, is to maybe step slightly off the net and give the impression you're going to step off and then actually attack the net rather than play another net shot. You know, almost like a net kill, if you like.
Wow.
Like there.
What a rally. Oh, there it is.
Yeah, unfortunately, probably could have gone a smash there, Dan, but it wasn't to be.
Yeah. 23-21.
But a fantastic effort by Shifa Flynn in the second set. Never really got into the first, but you know, really came back with a great gusto there. And Dan, we were nearly talking 3 sets.
Yeah, it was a much better second game. A way better control, way better game plan. Made our opponent work. We didn't see much of that in the first game, but credit where credit's due. Hoareau this week has looked fantastic from start to finish, really aggressive, and has beaten all of the best players in the event. So she thoroughly deserves the victory today.
Yeah, she's a worthy winner. As I said, I service judged the semi-final. It was the first time I got a chance to see her play, and I thought she was fantastic. I thought her attack, she moved well, you know, and as you said, you know, a really high tempo attack game, which does result in her needing to head for the towel quite regularly. But you know, yeah, I think an absolute worthy winner of the Victor Irish Under-19 Open.
Yeah, so that's it for the women's singles. We're now going to the presentation for that. And next up after that, we will have the final of the women's doubles. And the women's doubles final this year will be contested between
from Ireland, Flynn.
Isabel McCallister and Brooke Stalker of Scotland, number 1 seeds, will take on Lucy Brierley and Matilda Franklin, number 2 seeds from England. Meanwhile, Siofra Flynn is now just collecting her silver medal of the Irish Under-19 Open, presented by Catherine Smith. We look forward to seeing you for the next matches. Here we are for the women's doubles final here at the Irish Under-19 Open, and we have a battle of the number 1 and 2 seeds, where it's Isabel McCallister and Brooke Stalker up against Lucy Brierley and Matilda Franklin. So let's firstly take a look at McCallister and Stalker's route to the final. Round 1 bye, followed by a quarter-final against Barcelona Caro of Spain, where they win 21-4, followed by a 21-18 win. A really tightly contested semi-final then against Laura Heary and Chloe McGreen, where they win 21-13, lost 17-21, but came back strong in the final game to win 21-17. Meanwhile, our number 2 seeds, Lucy Brierley and Matilda Franklin from England had a comprehensive route to the final with straight game win over Campbell and Kelvin, one from Scotland, one from Germany there, 21-14, 21-7, and Rahman and Tremble of Scotland winning 21-18, 21-19. I'm glad to be joined again by Mike O'Meara, who's going to take the lead on the commentary here on this one. And Mike, should be a fantastic game. England versus Scotland. Yeah, always exciting.
Always fireworks, Dan. Always fireworks. And I suppose interesting that we have the reigning champion is actually on court. Ishbel McCallister won this title last year with I can't remember the name of her partner. Was it Fiona Chan, who was actually playing here with a different partner? So
Ready to play.
you know, I suppose you'd have to say the money is on them because they're the top seeds. But you know, you've just gone through the routes to the final there, and I think you know both pairs are going to provide us with a really good a good contest, you know.
Absolutely, and Stalker looked absolutely brilliant in the mixed doubles final earlier, especially on her serve and third shot was absolutely brilliant against Lucy in the mixed final.
Yeah.
So Lucy will be out for revenge here to see if she can get one back, but it'll be interesting to see can she change it from earlier on, because it was definitely Brooke who came out on top in that exchange.
And it was funny, Dan, you know, we were waiting to come out to umpire, and one of my fellow umpires just said to me, you know, you should watch the English girl. She's stunning in the forecourt. But I'll tell you what, you know, Brooke Stalker was just, the power she hits within the forecourt is incredible. So be interesting to see if that's what shape the Scots try to put on this game.
And there is also like that small difference of, you know, serving on a guy who's right up toeing the line, and then serving in ladies doubles where you can do a mixture of low and high serves. But let's see how it unfolds here, and it's love all play here for the Irish under 19 women's doubles final.
Love all play.
And we have Ireland's Carmel Griffin in the chair this evening, officiating. And it's pretty even Steven thus far, so would be interesting to see who looks to certainly dominate the forecourt in this particular game. You know, and it's interesting just to see the two English girls appear to be attacking more towards the centre here. Obviously it means it narrows the angle, but also means they're not going to put it out the sides. Very good serve and third shot from Ishbel McCallister, very good. And the Scots jumping into an early lead. It's a very good consistent serving from the Scots. And as soon as I say it, I'll give her the commentator's curse. So chance for the English now to come back. Oh, fabulous defence from Brooke Stalker, absolutely fabulous. She struggled to get that up the net, which she did, and then she turned it very cleverly cross court.
Service over. 3-5.
So the English back in at 3-5. Yeah, just one or two shuttles, you know, floating along at the far end. You know, maybe the hall is a little warmer than it's been earlier today, and the shuttles tend to fly. Very good service attack from Ishbel McCallister, but unfortunately putting it needlessly out the side. I see her laughing, probably can't believe that she actually did it, but there you go. So here we are, 5-all, all to play for. And a very, very good textbook hit towards the right hip, which is always a very difficult smash to return, and the English take the lead for the first time. It's just dropped out long, so 6-all.
Service over.
Very long rally, but unfortunately just an unforced error from Stalker into the net. And it's advantage England 7-6. Very good service attack from Brooke Stalker, who as Dan said earlier plays a really good mix and is particularly devastating in the forecourt. So let's just see if she tries to take a lead in the forecourt in this match. Just a lucky net cord, but I suppose you win some, you lose some. You take the ones you win. A service return error there from Brierley to give the Scots a 2-point lead. Very good net shot from Brooke Stalker. Unfortunate smash into the net by McCallister.
Service over. 8.
And of course the 1m15 service rule is in play. You'll see the 2 service devices through which the service judge is looking, which means the entire shuttle must be struck below 1m15. A very, very good smash from Franklin. A very good net attack from Brooke Stalker. You know, she really does play the forecourt extremely well. As they look to change the shuttle. (10-9) to the Scots. Just
11-9.
Slightly wide, 11-9 lead to the Scots at the interval. And of course we had a very good performance from 2 young Irish girls who at one stage looked like they might even pip the Scots for a place in the final. It was nip and tuck until about 13-all in the third set, and unfortunately Chloe McGrain and her partner it just basically slipped from them. So yeah, just Laura Heary and Chloe McGrain, a fantastic new young partnership who really gave a fantastic account of themselves, and definitely are two girls to watch for moving forward. You know, to be able to come at this level and hold their own,
11-9.
I think is fantastic. Play. So here we are, 11-9. Very good third shot there by Ishbel McCallister.
12.
She's very clever. She looks to serve and she's already looking to cut out the third shot, which is what all really good doubles players do.
13.
And again, the value of being able to serve well and short and well is just, you can't put a price on it. Just gets you so many free points. Again, the English from that side just seem to be attacking McCallister's inside right hip, which is just making her life a little bit more difficult than if they were smashing straight at her.
Play.
Here we go, 10-13. And Brooke Stalker, just as one would expect, seizing the opportunity to step up court to try and turn defence to attack, which she did, and just force the error. And there's Brooke Stalker again looking to take the net. Has completely turned the defence to attack. Yeah, it's something we're beginning to see a little bit more of now, is Brooke Stalker just looking to turn defence to attack as they take a 5-point lead. It's a very good return to serve.
Service over.
11-15. Very good net spin return from Stalker, but unfortunately the unforced error takes the English to 12-15. Very good return to serve, aggressive return to serve from Ishbel McCallister to force the error. It's 16-12. What a fantastic defence by the Scottish pair. It absolutely looked like they were dead and buried, but they just managed to get that shuttle back, and it was eventually put out the end. So fantastic rally to take them to 17-12.
Service over. 13-17.
Really good defence from Stalker as they take an 18-13 lead with them in touching distance of a one-set lead.
(19-13).
A very soft, almost free point there. 19-13. You know, Brooke Stalker, nearly every time she gets a chance to step in and play a block and turn defence to attack, she's doing it. And I suppose that's also the sign of somebody who really, you know, plays a really good mixed doubles, and she's using that to great effect here. 14-19. And that takes the Scots to game point.
20. Game point. 14.
And of course, Brooke Stalker looking to complete a double, having already taken the mixed doubles earlier with Lewis Coghill. 21-15, 24-22, so it was a tight game against also Brierley and her partner from England. So she'll be looking to complete a nice little double.
A
little bit of a mini revival from the English here, but you would think it's maybe a little late for this game.
game.
Again, a
First
soft
game won
service
by
point,
Ishbel
which gives the
McCallister
Scots
and
the
Brooke
first game,
Stalker,
21-16.
16.
Carmel Griffin, very vicious looking in the chair there, having been umpiring all weekend, and her service judge Andrew from Wales. So the players now have a 2-minute break, and with 1 minute 40 gone, you'll hear Carmel calling 20 seconds, and that's the umpire really just saying, okay folks, it's time to get back to business here. Very, very good setup, I would have to say, here today, and huge compliments to the National Indoor Arena, but also the team at Badminton Ireland, the events team, the likes of Greg Farrell and Mairead, who's just new to Badminton Ireland in the last week. I think it's done a fantastic team. They're actually too many to mention. Conor Doherty, Philip McCallister on the IT. It all comes together to a very, very, very good show for the players. So the umpire there just looking for the referee to come on court.
20 seconds.
She's raised her right hand. Not sure what the issue is. It's actually the clothing from the coaches. So if the coaches are going to sit in the chairs behind the court, they have to be dressed appropriately, as in no beach wear. It has to be sporting wear, and I think that's the issue. But here we go, second game.
Play.
And one of the coaches has been asked to vacate the chair. Very good net block from Brooke Stalker, once again looking to turn defence to attack, which she does exceptionally well. And a very good attack from Ishbel McCallister from the rear court. Some fantastic new camera views here, I would have to say, with Mr. Philip McCallister, who likes his IT. It certainly makes it all the more enjoyable for people with all these different camera angles and views and streaming.
1-all.
So 1-all, second set. Very good service attack from the Scottish. McCallister just taking a slip there.
1. I get the
Probably a bead of sweat or two on the court that she slipped on.
Thank you.
And one of our many volunteers here this weekend just comes out to give it a quick wipe so we can get started again. Unfortunately, two really good shots there, a serve and a third shot. Unfortunately, McCallister left it to her partner who wasn't expecting it, which can sometimes happen. Very good cross drive there from Brooke Stalker. I have to say, I've seen her play mixed and doubles this weekend, and she's been very impressive for me, and no surprise she's captured the mixed and she's looking to do the double here with the ladies doubles. The Scots just jumping into a 4-2 lead. looking to push forward now and take control of this second game and the match. Very good cross net from Lucy Brierley.
Service
Very,
over.
very good.
3-4.
So 3-4, second game. Fabulous return to serve from Isabel McCallister.
Service over.
Nicely.
5.
Piece of deception into the
3.
forehand rear corner.
Service
Again,
over.
a very good service attack
4,
from Lucy Brierley.
5.
Serve and return really are so important in badminton. If you can't get past those, you're in a lot of trouble. You know, you really have to serve and return very well. And there's Brooke Stalker again, just stepping to her side and very cleverly playing the cross-court block.
Service over. 5-6.
So here we are, 5-6 in the second game. And it's all to play for.
Service over. 7-5.
So I have to say a very competitive match thus far. Scots winning the first game, but it's 7-5. It's all to play for in the second game. Very good round ahead. Reverse from Isabel McCallister. Dan, how do you see this going?
Yeah.
Are any thoughts?
Scottish girls really strong. Good mix between Brooke being able to control the net, McCallister at the back, great weapons. So yeah, they look to be in control, so my bet would go with the Scottish.
Yeah, what we've seen there, there was no doubt we saw, and as you said, Brooke Stalker already captured the mixed. She's a top-class mixed player, so no surprise to see her looking to play the block, step in and try and switch defence to attack, which she has done successfully many times, and is really the sign of a really good mixed player, you know. So yeah, I think you would probably give the advantage to the Scots. And Brooke Stalker, Dan, very good at playing that, stepping to the right and playing that cross-court drive, that cross-court defensive lift, which is quite difficult, as you know.
Yeah, I've been very impressed with her throughout the tournament, and against the Irish earlier, she was really solid on her defence, really firm in the mid-court. And in the mix today, I thought she was especially good at intercepting them when the man was attacking her flat. She stayed very composed and was well able to deal with it. So, yeah, great tournament for her with her second final and a commanding lead here at the minute.
Play.
I'm not sure if
Service over.
her Auntie Julie might be listening, and if she is, we wish her a speedy recovery. I think she had a little hip hop or something recently, and that's the reason she's not here. She's on crutches. So, Julie, if you're listening, big shout out to you from all of us here in the Emerald Isle.
Yeah, great badminton pedigree in that family, and I was lucky enough to do a Badminton Europe summer school as a player under Julie as well.
That must have been a few years ago, Dan, was it?
It's maybe last year, the year before, Mike.
Okay,
you know?
Dan, yeah.
But yeah, no, great family for badminton, and you know, in Scotland there's so many good, strong doubles and mixed players coming through, and a lot of that is to do with those coaches that are in place over there. So yeah, big shout out to Julie and to all the other coaches that are working really hard in the background here to make these players get these results.
Yeah, I can remember. I think Brooke Stalker may have even played in the under-13 Glasgow International many years ago. I think she might have beaten Shifra in a semi-final. So going back all those years, here we see those players today playing at you know, at this level, which is fantastic. A bit of a wild smash from Lucy Brierley.
We felt it was similar in the mixed doubles earlier when I was commentating alongside Iskander, that Lucy has some really good winning shots, but very inconsistent at times. But definitely a nice player and has good weapons, but just needs to get that consistency level up.
12.
7-12. So what you don't want to do is let the Scots.
Fantastic serve across the body there.
I think she was expecting that down more to the right shoulder, and it was to the left shoulder, and she forced the error.
Yeah, just
very clever.
Just like that, you can see she's a really intelligent player, and when she's on, she has all the shots and can make winners and can read the game very well. But it's just maybe just the one thing I would say would be the consistency throughout the game. Oh, unlucky. Great option. Trying to cut off the angle, play down into the middle with the right shot, but just unfortunate not to make it.
And just before you rejoined us there, Dan, I was giving the team at Badminton Ireland shout out for the wonderful arena which we see in front of us here today, and also our friends in Sport Ireland for this arena which you guys use on a day-to-day basis. It really is you'd say a world-class venue, really, isn't it?
Absolutely. Every year the events team are putting more and more into this, and as you mentioned before, Phil, who's sitting just right off us here, making sure that all the technology is working, adds more and more each time we go to these events. And I think from the feedback we get from the international players coming here, they recognise that this is an event that's getting better and better each year. Yeah, great pressure there at the front.
Yeah. Of course, it's so important in a hall like this, Dan, that's kind of so big, and it's difficult to put the shuttle on the floor, to apply pressure in the forecourt when you can, to really try and win the point. You know, otherwise you're going to be rallying a lot longer than you bargained for.
Absolutely. There's not so many players here this week that have that big put away shot that they can just win it within 2-3 shots. So you're maybe looking at Lee in the men's singles. He has a big put away shot, maybe somewhat in the win as well. He's got a strong forearm, but
then again, they are all under 19, so
absolutely,
you know,
they've got a lot of development. But even still, you're right. Even as they move up in these big open arenas, it's not easy to ground. You could see Nat against Alex Lanier when they played in the final Irish Open. It's not easy to ground a shuttle out there, even for the top senior players.
No, it's not. It just means you have to be more patient. Very good reverse from Ishmael McCallister.
Yeah, she's had great variation from the overhead so far. Great dive and recovery. Wow.
Almost deserved to win that point down by that great recovery, but unfortunately it didn't happen.
It was singles-esque, how she was tying him back up and then able to control her defense.
But as we know, Dan, all the greats are doubles and mixed players. You and I both know that.
Blessed with good partners, both of us, I think, Mike.
You know, suddenly this game is 15-all, Dan, in the second from what? It was 12-7 at one stage, and it's now 15-all. So each side will just be wanting to serve and return well, not make silly mistakes, and probably hit towards the middle, Dan. Would you agree?
Yeah, this is where you've got to really control the game. Get back to the basics. Doubles is all about doing the fundamentals well. Oh, yeah. It was good there. McCallister, you know, she must have heard me and said, no, I'm not going to listen to him. I'm just going to take the chance in the cross smash. So
yeah, but you know, sometimes the unexpected is what wins the rally, as long as it's not 2 inches out the side.
Yeah, and to be fair, she has hit some very nice cross winners so far in this game. And there's the risk. We saw one winner and we saw one white, so.
Hence, I'm saying now is really the time to hit towards the centre third of the court.
Yeah.
There's no room for heroes now. It's about, you know, being consistent.
Agreed.
And here we are, Dan, 17-16 to the English. Couldn't reach it, Dan. Just couldn't reach high enough to get a racket on it.
She read it well. She read it well, stepped out well, and just not enough. And again, in the arena here, sometimes it's about using your fingers and put a bit of stick on the shuttle.
Very interesting cross. A lovely straight smash.
18-17.
Scots now looking to close this out, Dan. Last thing they'll want is to go to 3 and suddenly end up in a battle. In a match they probably would have liked to have closed. Well, they would have liked to have closed in 2.
Service over. 18 all.
You're looking for 3 good serves now. Just 3 really good, consistent serves. Get it in play and look for free points. And there's one of them. A lot of power behind those 2 smashes, Dan. An awful lot of power.
Yeah,
18.
but like what you said, she kept it centralised and to hit the net court now, it's in the middle of the court. And you go for the wide one, hits the net court, bounces wide.
Bounces out.
So she definitely is making good decisions.
And a relatively probably simple net
18.
block there takes the Scots to match point.
Here we are, 2 match points. There it is, a double for Stalker. Now she takes the doubles and mixed titles at the Irish Under-19 Open to finish out our play here. So well done to Brooke and well done to Ishbel. That's a fantastic win for Scotland, and they'll go away with 2 of the gold medals from this event. So a good weekend for Scottish badminton and the work that they're doing over there.
Yeah. I suppose just even a quick shout out to the 2 Irish girls who in the semi-final went to 13 all, Laura Heary and Chloe McGrain, and it looked anyone's game and it just got away from them. So, you know, on another day.
Absolutely. And just to summarise, so our winners here of the Irish Under-19 Open, we had Lenny Hubert and Nathan Nguyen taking the opening win against Bellot and Perez of France, 21-11, 21-15. That was followed by the mixed doubles, where we saw Brooke Stalker, who's just gone off court there, along with her partner Lewis Coghill, take the mixed doubles title against Benjamin Horseman and Lucy Brierley of England. That was then followed up by a win in a very fantastic final, where it was Lee from Chinese Taipei who took out Nguyen, who won the men's doubles, losing the first 19-21, but bouncing back to take it 21-17, 21-14. Another good final after that was the women's singles, Hoareau winning the opening game quite easily against Shifa Flynn 21-9, but Shifa battling hard, leading for most of the second before Hoareau came back and win it 23-21. Final match there, McCallister and Stalker took the win over number 2 seeds Brierley and Franklin of England, 21-16, 21-18. And just one more presentation to go, and that will round up the Irish Under-19 Open.
Thank you all for coming here today and over the last couple of days. So there are a few thank yous I want to make today. Obviously to our referee and Anthony, thank you so much, and to Amos as well. To our fantastic crew here that work behind the table here, making sure all the matches go out in time. Thank you. Our wonderful group of court officials, both umpire and line judges. Our badminton team. They do a skeleton players. I know a lot of players are gone, and they were here all day Friday and yesterday. Thank you so much for entering our tournament to your learning. You all did fantastic. To the players, well done and well deserved. Everybody have a safe journey home, and hopefully we'll see some of you again next year. Thank you very much. And the runners up of the ladies' doubles from England, Brierley and Flynn. And from Scotland, the winners of women's doubles, McCallister and Stalker.
So here we are, final pictures being taken here at the Irish Under-19 Open, and a wonderful win from Scotland, Isabel McCallister and Brooke Stalker. Getting text through from one of our coaches, Rob Blair there. Well done, Rob, and all your hard work and coaching with all the team back in Scotland. And well done to all of the events team here in Ireland, rounding up what was a brilliant Irish Open. Thanks again for all those who travelled, for all the umpires and volunteers. Lastly, big shout out to Phil McCune for all the hard work that he does behind the scenes here and setting up the streams so that you can watch from home. And we hope to see you all back again next year. Thanks very much.